The world's wealthiest women. 5 richest women in the world. While there aren't any women on the list of the top 10 richest people in the world, there's no denying some women have been making huge fortunes all over the world. The number of women billionaires is on the rise. The richest women in the world represent several industries, including fashion and retail, food, beverage and real estate. Today, we look at the top 5 richest women in the world. Let's get it on. Welcome back to our channel. Miriam Adelson now owns more than half of the $48 billion gambling empire with casinos in Las Vegas, Singapore, and Macau. As GOP megadonors, Miriam and Sheldon Adelson donated $180 million to Republican campaigns and political action committees in 2020. Born in Israel, she became a medical doctor. Focusing on addiction, she and Sheldon founded the Sheldon G. Adelson Research Clinic in Las Vegas, which treats people with opioid use disorder. Miriam inherited most of her fortune and leapt to a net worth of $38.2 billion, becoming the richest Israeli 5th richest woman and 36th the richest person in the world. She overtook Russian-Israeli oligarch Roman Abramovich, the Chelsea soccer club owner who became a citizen of the Jewish state several years ago and has been the wealthiest Israeli national. However, Abramovich also had a successful year, earning $4.2 billion for a total net worth of $14.5 billion. Julia Koch $46.4 billion. Julia Koch and her 3 children inherited a 42% stake in Koch Industries from her husband David, who died in August 2019 at age 79. An Iowa native, Koch moved to New York City in the 1980s and worked as an assistant to fashion designer Adolfo. She worked with many of his high-profile clients, including First Lady Nancy Reagan. Juliet met David via blind date in 1991. They ran into each other again 6 months later, began dating and got married in 1996 with her late husband. She donated $10 million to Mount Sinai Medical Center and $10 million to Stanford Children's Hospital to study food allergies. When David Koch died, Koch controlled a fortune estimated at $53.5 million, making him the 7th richest American in a tie with his brother Charles Koch. According to the Forbes 400 ranking, Koch also left behind at least $143 million worth of real estate in New York City, the Hamptons, Aspen, and Florida. But the fate of those properties after his death is unknown. Mackenzie Scott $59 billion. Scott, whose marriage to Amazon founder Jeff Bezos ended in 2019, became the biggest philanthropist of the coronavirus pandemic, giving away $5.8 billion of grant to 500 nonprofit organizations across the U.S. supporting causes including racial equity, LGBTQ+ rights and public health. She recently remarried, and her husband, science teacher Dan Jewett, joined her 2019 pledge to give away much of her fortune. As part of the divorce settlement, Bezos transferred 25% of his Amazon stake to Scott, which was of the company in May 2019. Shortly after she announced the terms of the divorce on Twitter, she signed the giving pledge. Scott and Bezos met in 1992, and they both worked at hedge fund Shaw. They married the following year and moved to Seattle in 1994. Scott, who has published 2 novels, was a student of author Toni Morrison at Princeton and worked as a research assistant for her. In late July 2020, she announced she'd given nearly $1.7 billion to 119 nonprofit groups and that she changed her last name from Bezos to Scott. Alice Walton, net worth $66 billion, the daughter of Sam Walton, lost her spot as the world's richest woman to Francois Bettencourt Myers, who still gained $74 billion in the past year thanks to Walmart stock rising more than 5% since mid-March 2020. The retailing giant introduced free delivery as part of an Amazon Prime-like membership program, helping boost online sales 69% in the year through January. Her impressive net worth, mainly accumulated through Walmart's monolithic success in retail, makes her the 17th richest person in the world. Alice Walton is the only daughter of Walmart founder Sam Walton. She has focused on curating art rather than working for Walmart like her siblings Rob and Jim. In 2011, she opened the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art in her hometown of Bentonville, Arkansas. In January 2020, she took aim at America's broken healthcare system and unveiled plans to open a holistic health institute. Francois Betancourt Myers, $82.9 billion. Francois Betancourt Myers' life hasn't been easy. The granddaughter of Eugene Schuler, L'Oreal founder, Betancourt inherited a cosmetic fortune now valued at $56.8 billion. In 2017, after a dramatic legal battle with a close friend of her mother's. Unlike a typical billionaire, the heiress has focused her attention on her career as an author and a member of L'Oreal's board of directors. Myers and her family own around 33% of L'Oreal's stock. She has served the board since 1997 as chairwoman to the family holding company. She became France's reigning L'Oreal heiress in 2017. When her mom Lillian Betancourt, then the world's richest woman, passed away at the age of 94. Francois didn't inherit her fortune easily. A man named François-Marie Bagnard tried to con the elderly Lillian, so Francois took him to the court. They settled out of court and Francois Betancourt and her family went on to inherit 33% of all L'Oreal stock. According to Forbes, her net worth is around $82.9 billion. Even with so much money, Frances is the 12th richest person in the world. With the gap in women taking child responsibilities, men have consistently topped the list of richest people in the world. Hey Richies! If you like this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to Hardy Facts.